Hey guys, Skizzers here. I was using my gransfors bruks axe the other day and I touched the ground, put a small chip in it. So today I'm just going to get that out. No big deal. I'm sure you guys have done this a million times. Find my stone here. Get some oil. Kills me. There's probably a million videos on YouTube about these axes and how great they are, and there is no other axe. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of other axes. This isn't really an axe, this is a hatchet, but I restored this. It was an old Craftsman. I cut the hammer off the back. I had a nail puller here. I cut all that out, made it more of a tomahawk style. This is really nice to carry when I'm in the woods. You know, a lot less to carry around than this, especially when you're climbing over fallen trees and carrying a saw and everything else. But I do like this one because I could get a better purchase on it. It holds an edge pretty good, you know, but I wouldn't say these are the bee's knees, because you got to be careful about the edge that you put on these. I like keeping a razor sharp edge. Other guys, there is no other edge except for being shaved sharp. I don't like my axes shaved sharp. Reason being, the profile is way too thin and it just opens you up for way more problems. But I do keep it a razor sharp edge on it. But let's get to work on this. See if we can't work out that little dinger in the blade. Give it a quick sanding. This shouldn't be too bad to do. A lot of guys seems like they freak out when an axe gets damaged. They're so easy to sharpen. It's not like a knife. The grinds on an axe are so big. I mean, really, you'd have to be a complete dumbass to fuck this up. But I'm sure it's happened. Nice thing with steel, though, you can always fix it. I won't bore you with this or the sound, so I'll get back to you when I get this out. Okay, I got that pretty well banged out on this side. I'll flip it around and do the other side. Some guys like to use timers when they're sharpening an axe. Me, I just pretty much guess at it from doing one side to the other. Like I said, this is such hard steel. It's very hard to go too far with one side unless you're sitting there for an hour. But it's pretty simple, straightforward. Like I said, anybody can do this. It's not rocket science. That's coming out pretty good. Keep going with it. Get back to you in a minute. Okay. Now we'll flip it around one more time. And keep going. But yeah, back to what I was saying about these. It is a fantastic axe. A lot of care went into making it, for sure. Is it worth the $200 price tag? Hell no. It is not worth that. When you get these out of the box, there's so much stuff that just isn't right for having that kind of a price tag. I understand these are what you call hand forged, but like the pull on this, it was so beat up, it had edges. So I spent about 2 hours with this file, found the pull down, making it smooth, actually functional. They don't give you wedges. I added these. I scavenged these out of an old hammer that I was restoring. So I put those in. They say you don't need them. I don't trust that. Some of the best tools on the market still use them. It's not like they changed the way they make them. They're still made the same way they were 100 years ago, so I think it was cost cutting for them not to include that. And the other thing with gransfors is they're real big into the environment, which is kind of funny when they build tools designed to destroy the environment. But who knows? I think it was just cost cutting, but every year I look at the prices of these, they climb. They never give you any deals on them. It's not like you're gonna go on their website and find one of these damn things on sale. You know, they pride themselves as the best axe maker, which I get it. But I think they should have two different standards. An axe like this should have been about $80 cheaper, and opting for one that's polished, cleaned, I could see charging $200. You know, I understand anything forged, you're going to have imperfections, but the imperfections this had when I bought it, it wasn't necessary to charge that much. They do make a good product. I will give them that, but like I said, that price, it's insane. It really is, for what it is. It's a freaking tool. You know, there's no reason this should cost as much as a cheap chainsaw. You know, I'd rather have the chainsaw. Even if I only got a year out of it. But taking care of these, you can make them last practically forever. And that as long as you're careful with them. Not like me. I split a lot of logs with this just because it's easy to carry. Down at my camp, I burn a lot down there, and I do have some mauls and stuff, But I just prefer to use this. It's light. I don't have to process a lot, you know. I more or less just split wood for fun. I have a gas-powered log splitter, and there's sometimes I should be using that over this. It'd just make more sense. But hey, it keeps you in shape. I switched over to the finer side of the stone just to clean everything up. Pretty well got that dinger out of it. You can still see it a little bit. It's pretty damn sharp. Even for trying not to make it that sharp, it still got that sharp. But oh well. I'll start splitting some rounds with it. It'll thaw out again. Like everything with an edge. But yeah. I just about got it out. I could go more. I'm not that worried about it. This fucking thing rides around in the bed of my truck most of the time. So it's gonna get beat up. And don't take me as a snob, you know. I work just as hard as the next guy for my money. When I bought this axe, I wanted something I could pass on to my boy. And been keeping that in mind with taking better care of it than a lot of my other tools. You know. Those stupid dogs are barking. They bark at everything. They hear a bird outside, they'll bark. Loose. There we go. This is a porcelain rod. Not sure originally what it was for, but it works great for this. I just run it up and down the blade, even everything out with it. Try to make it as uniform as possible. I don't have much for paper. I use a piece of sandpaper. Check our sharpness. Yeah, seems pretty sharp. Sharp enough for me. Get some steel wool and just clean everything up. It's a little more of a relaxed video. Not a whole lot going on tonight, so figure I'd come down into the shop. Just mess with some of my hand tools that I carry on a regular basis. Keep everything in check. You can see I pretty much got it all uniform. There's just a little bit right there, but like I said, I'm not worried about that. I start splitting wood with it and chopping with it, all out again. Yeah, not sure if you guys are too big into hand tools. I do a lot of stuff with vehicles, trucks. Not so much with saws, just because carrying those, I only got 2 hands. Not much places to set up a camera. You know, I'd have to move it a million times, which I don't want to do. Most times I'm by myself, so I can't even have somebody hold it for me. But when that day comes, I'll definitely make a couple videos of fallen trees and stuff like that. I gotta say, it is a beautiful axe, but is it worth the $200? Hell no. No fucking way. They were out of their gourd charging that much. But I guess what it is, a lot of these bushcrafters and all this new age lumberjack bullshit that I don't think too many people understand, me myself included. Don't mind going out and spending a ton of money on something like this, and probably 9 out of 10 of them actually are too afraid to use these for what they are actually designed for, and that is chopping wood, throwing them around, beating them up. You know, some guys are so worried about the orientation of the grain and the handles and all that shit. And you know what? It don't matter how straight the grain is. If a handle's gonna break, most times it's user error. All it takes is one overstrike. I don't care how straight the grain in the handle is. It's gonna break. You know, it's just the way it is. It's a piece of wood. And when you're swinging this through the air at 100 mile an hour into a log, it's bound to fail. Just age does it. You know, I had a couple overstrikes with this. And I'll tell you what, the best thing I ever bought was a 4-in-hand. Took that right out, you can't even tell. I was going to leave that because I was afraid of digging it out and actually weakening that. But yeah, get yourself one of these. It's great for your handles. They aren't harmful to the grain of the wood. You got a lot of control with them. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah, like I said, I just don't see the money they want. I don't see the value in it. At the end of the day, it's an axe. And if you ever watch Gransfors' videos, they are interesting to watch. Don't get me wrong. They bang these heads out in probably 2 minutes tops from start to finish. And setting the handles, 30 seconds an axe to set the handle. I just don't see the $200 price tag at all. I'm not cutting up on them. I do love the axe. I think it's beautiful. If it would ever break, it's nice enough. I just hang it on the wall. You know. Not saying if the handle broke, but if the head failed, I would definitely not just throw this in the scrap pile. Although, depending on how bad it is, won't hurt my feelings just to throw it away either. I ain't gonna cry about it. This will definitely be the last gransfors I ever buy. At that price, it's insane. You know, I mean, I use all my tools. As nice as this one is, I use this sucker constantly. It's one of my favorites. And this is another tool I use on a regular basis. I just keep them clean, keep them touched up. They were never this nice. I found this thing in the garbage. And the handle was all checked out. And I sanded it down a little bit and just soaked it with BLO, and I got all the checking to swell, and it's been a good shovel. You know, but like I said, I just keep them nice. You know, this gets all fucked up. I'll sand it down, repaint it. I use all my tools. A lot of them are older than I am. This file, I use this file constantly. This is an old Delta. It's a gray file. This is my father's. Definitely glad it's still around, but I do use it, and it ain't gonna last forever. You know? Like everything. Nothing ever lasts forever. But yeah, figured I'd make a quick video. Thanks for listening to my rambling. Just figured tell you what I think about these axes. Like I said, there's a lot of videos out there with people testing them, unboxing them, all that bullshit. To me, it's just a tool. You know, if you're going to go buy an axe, I would definitely look into Collins. They're half the money. They're American made. I guarantee you the steel is 10 times better on a Collins. For sure. They aren't handmade, you know, well, hand forged, and these aren't even hand forged. The machine makes them. All it is a guy putting the head from one die to another, heating it, doing it again, and getting the shape right. Then they hand it to another guy. He grinds the edge and cleans up any huge imperfections, and they stick a handle on it, box it up, and charge $200. You know, it's just, I don't know. To me, there's a lot better products for a lot less money that'll do the same job. It's not like this is the end all. You're not going to go and cut down anything bigger than a 6-inch round tree with this. A lot of guys say they're good for 12-inch round. I ain't fucking standing there and cutting a 12-inch round tree. I'll go grab my chainsaw and cut that down. Hell, even a 6-inch. I use this for hammering wedges, splitting wood, and that's about it. You know, unless I get into like a lot of vines and stuff, you know, where it's almost dangerous to use a chainsaw, that's when I'll use this. But not sure, yeah, just not sure if this axe is worth it. It's great. I know there's videos out there with them failing. People are disappointed. I'm not disappointed because it failed. I'm just disappointed in the price. I just don't see it. A lot of people are like, oh, that's a beautiful axe. Well, it didn't come this way. I did that. You know? Same with this handle. You get these handles, they're about as nice as this chunk of wood. You know? And all I did was just take a torch to this just to bring out the wood grain in it. you know, but if it came like this, okay, yeah, maybe I could see it. It feels like a piece of furniture now. You know, it's all soaked with the BLO. It's got a nice shine, good grip to it. But, alright guys, that's my video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like running with scissors, please like, share, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Have a good one.